So you can't really tell because I'm in my little garden area where it's really, really shady, but it's actually a glorious day out in the sun. So yeah, I'm gonna do some gardening in this little area that I've got where I've got my pond. I'm gonna try and de-weed as much of it as possible because them weeds, they spread and spread and spread. So it's best to get a hold of them now while they're still little. Because if I let it go any longer, it's just going to get worse and worse, and then it becomes an impossible task to keep on top of. So yeah, watch me garden. There's a bit of a breeze, so you're probably going to hear that thing jangling the whole time. I do love like wind chimes and the sounds of like the pond and things like that. I'm very much a sensory person. It's nice to sit under here and have a cup of coffee while that's jingling. So it's not perfect, but I've done loads. Before I run out of time, because Ella's currently having a nap, what I'm going to try and do is, you see around, Mr. Train's coming, around this pergola, there's a gap about that big, and I put things in there before, but I've never been sure what to like put in and keep. They're usually annuals that I put in because they give off the most flowers, but I do have those tulips that I think would be really nice around there, because I didn't know where to put them, and now I'm thinking I've got it, that's exactly where I want them to go, so I'm going to get that job in quick. This is a little red Riding Hood tulip. It's so pretty. You've got that purple on the leaf, which I think is quite unusual. I've had this variety before, but I had problems with the front of our drive where they dug up my flower beds to fix the electricity, and all my bulbs got chucked out. So strange. Most of them are like this, but there's a few where they're just green. So I'm not going to put them out over here. I'm going to leave them in that little trough and then just see how they turn out. They may, I don't know, I have no idea, maybe they were just, the bulbs were put in the wrong bag or something, but I wonder what they'll turn out like, what colour they'll be. So yeah, I'm going to get these in. I'm just dividing up this evergreen geranium. As you can see, I've got lots of babies, and I thought, I didn't even record me doing it, so let me quickly do one more to show you. I dug it out of the ground. This time of the year is so exciting to me. I just love to be in the garden because there's so many jobs to do. So many, you see my little shovel there, my little hand thing while I was digging this out. There's so many jobs to do, so much cleaning up to do, and it feels fresh to be out here. I really, really love it. I cleaned that, that's why that's there. If you look at this plant here, you can see where you've got the main root ball, and then all these plants that are sort of attached. So you literally just pull it off. So you pull it down. I've got a bit of root there, and then that'll be another plant, and it it has this ability to just pop more and more and more, so you can just keep dividing it. Can you see that? So all these will be different plants. And this is my little nursery that I always put plants that I'm taking cuttings from. So I've got some lavender there, some rosemary, hebe. These have all taken. So I just popped them into the soil. I'll water them in and they'll all start to take. And then I can put some more in my window boxes because some didn't make it over the winter, and give some to my friends and stuff. I know Nick wanted one of these. I've dug these two out. I'm going to give these to Sherry. I'm going to give a hebe to Sherry and also a rosemary to Sherry. This was a cutting I took that I've been holding on to. I need to drop that off to her as well. I'm just going to leave it on her doorstep, you know. I'm not sure what this is. I took a cutting of it. It's got pretty little white flowers, but I have no idea what it is. Sometimes I just like the look. Sometimes I just like the look of things, and I'll take a cutting of it. I started on this blanket, and I made it the mustard and then this light grey, but I don't like the combination, so I'm unravelling it all. It took me so long, but then I was just like, nope, if I'm not happy it has to go. So we popped to Wilkinson's and Savers because I needed fish food for the fish, and Danny needed bonjela. He has an ulcer and it's really bothering him, so he picked that up. And then we did pick up some other bits too. I managed to get this paint on sale from £16 to £8. It's bathroom paint. I quite like the grey colour, and I'll show you the paint in my bathroom. You know, I've been saying that I've got damp coming through on like this side of the house where Danny's re-rendering. The reason he's re-rendering is because of the damp and everything that's coming through. So I'll show you what's happened to our paint upstairs. It's like mould and stuff is starting to grow on the walls and it don't look very nice. So he's repairing the side of the house, and then I'm going to want to paint it again after that's done. So I was really happy to find some paint on sale, and like I said, I really like the colour. I did get my fish food, like I said. I always just get the Wilco one, just nice, cheap and cheerful. I picked up this plant. Oh my gosh, I love this colour. This time of year I'm all about the garden, and I watch so many videos of other people that are doing gardening, and I saw this recommended as a shade loving plant. So an Astleby, something like that. So I'll put that in my border on the left side because that's very shady. I needed another nozzle for the hose. We seem to go through so many of these. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because the kids tend to play with them a lot, like, you know, fire and water each other in the summer, but we do go through a lot. And then I did get the complete lawn feed, weed and moss killer. I usually get like the branded one, but I thought let me give Wilco's one a try because it's so much cheaper. I did get some Sensodyne toothpaste. I got Aldi's one. He's not thinking it's great, so I picked that up. Some witch hazel. I use that. Got these Febreze air freshener things. I really like the vanilla scent, and these were actually on sale in Savers. They are usually around £5 for two, and they were £3.99, so that was good. And then I got myself some of these foot support because my feet are starting to hurt in like the soles of my feet, so I thought this might help. So yeah, I'm going to go and plant this. This is the thing I'm most excited about. Can you hear those birds? Bless their little hearts. So I'm going to add it to this border. I'm going to put it in between here. This one doesn't leave a structure like that, like a woody stem, and it's not evergreen like that, so this completely dies down. So I'm going to just pop that in between the two. That's what it looks like. You can see the signs of life there and there. How exciting. It kind of looks like a bug, right? So I'm going to pop that in there. So here's my bathroom, and this is what I was saying about, because of the damage on the side of the house, it's causing damp to come in on this side, and this happens in all the rooms on like this side of the house where we've got mould growing on our walls. It's awful. absolutely awful. So that's why the work on the outside needs doing, and then it'd be good to get this painted, because we worked really hard. I say we, Danny worked really hard doing this bathroom, so to have it end up like this is awful. There used to be a crack on this wall about that thick right the way down, and that's because on the other side of this wall is Ollie's bedroom, and that's where the chimney breast is that they tried to take down. Like the person who lived here before us tried to take the chimney out from the bottom up, and that's what caused the structural damage to the house. And it settled, the house has resettled, and Danny repaired the cracks and no more new cracks have appeared. So clearly, you know, the problems have been solved on the inside, but the outside and the cracks are just letting the moisture in. So that's why Danny has to do that. And then, yeah, I'll be really looking forward to painting this, because doesn't it look an eyesore? You know what I mean? You come in the bath to have a nice relaxing bath, and you've got that problem. It's up there too. Look at that sky. Another glorious day in the garden. So yeah, another day of de-weeding and pottering and just doing what I can while Ella sleeps and making the most of it. And I just wanted to show, because I showed a video of me doing my nails, all the gardening I've been doing, and that now is still holding up. So it does really work. I'm going to de-weed my very furthest border on the drive. I'm going to de-weed this side border because some of that's coming up, and then I've asked Cameron very, very nicely if he'll cut the grass for me. It used to be my job, but yeah, and then Cameron got older and decided that was his job, so he's going to do that. And then I'm going to put down the fertilizer stuff, because it's best to do it in this kind of weather when it's nice but not like too hot, because it can scorch the grass otherwise. So I tend to do it in spring, and then I do it again in autumn once the weather cools back off, and it does keep my grass really nice and luscious and does keep those weeds away and stuff like that. So that's the plan for the day. So I live on a busy street, so you may hear like cars go by, trains go by, things like that. So I do apologise if you ever hear like random noises in the background. Kind of can't be helped. I have this olive tree, and at the base I'm forever, and this bay leaf, I'm forever pulling weeds, and I was thinking, because it's like mud, nothing tree, I want to underplant it with those spare tulip bulbs that the leaves weren't variegated, so I don't know what colour they're going to be, so I'm going to put them in here, just see what happens, you know. So I'm going to do that. I love this little thing, look at this little spiral. It's so sweet. Come on, you! Out you come. It's just overgrown. I've not kept on top of it. So this was a tiny little plant that I think I got in Aldi's, like a little time, and it's just taken over. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get like little pots and keep my herbs in little pots where I can control them, because this is a joke. Go on, Cameron. Bless Cameron. So with Cameron's help, I've done so much. We have done so much. He's cut the grass. It's looking amazing. All my borders have been cleaned up. I've watered them in because it hasn't rained in a good fair few days, and I kind of want to encourage my bulbs and everything that I've put in. So I've given it a good drink. I'm not going to be able to get my lawn food and weed thing in today. I'm running out of time. I need to go and sort Ella out, so I'm wrapping it up. It's like every time I go to record, a motorbike goes by. Every single time. I can start my motorbike. And then you're pushing your motorbike out of the way. So yeah, another glorious day. So we're going to potter in the garden. I pulled the bins out so I could scrub them down. I tried to find the Jace fluid yesterday out of Danny's man cave. I could not find it. He does like to hide things from me. This is really good, and I tend to use this to clean the patio area, because obviously this is where Pixie does her mess. So I like to keep it like disinfected as much as possible. And yeah, I got the lawn feed stuff out, so I'm gonna do that too. I think Danny's doing the side of the house. Are you doing the side of the house today, babe? Yeah. That blue sky. Look at that. What a job. That's the lights. So we put back? The old windows, the old wooden frames. And my new window, yay! I've got my lawn feed, and the way that I put it on my grass is just with like a kitchen sieve, because I think when you use your hand and you throw it out, you get like clumps of it, whereas this sort of spreads it out nice and evenly. So that's just the way I do it. And if you see me with these things on my ankles, let me give you a close look. They're my weights that if I'm home then I've got these on generally, because then it helps me burn a bit more calories, because you know I need to lose that baby weight. So yeah, I'm gonna get on with this job. Are you helping me?
Reaching away.
Good boy, you're so helpful. Oh wow, Ella, you tell the best stories. Really? Clever girl. So I just thought I'd come on and end the vlog. I'm doing my crocheting. I really didn't like the mustard and then the light grey, so I changed it up. This one is light grey cream and then that dusty pink. I did actually finish, well not finish, I ran out of wool for the blanket for Sherry, so I need to get some more because it's not as long as I wanted. It needs to be much longer. That's how wide it is, but in length I think it kind of needs to be maybe not double, but this was 6 things of wool, or rather yarn. It's not wool, it's yarn, because the one from Poundland is 50 grams rather than 100 grams. So I bought 6 of these and that's how much I made. So I think another 3 will be good. I really, really like it. So as I was making Sherry one, oh, Ella's stirring. She was just asleep. I think it's because I'm talking. Because I made Sherry one, I thought it'd be nice to make Lorna one. And her front room is grey and white and like dusty pink. So I've got one like this and then one with the darker grey. So I might actually, I'm doing them exactly the same. So I might say to her, like send her a picture and be like, do you like the light grey or the dark grey? Because I'm happy to keep either. So yeah, so my friends can be sort of in their front room snuggled up in a blanket that I made. I think that'd be quite nice. That's kind of why I got the mustard colour, because I was thinking about Nick, making one for Nick. But I definitely think I'm going to do that one with the darker grey, because it just didn't look right. Like, I think the light grey and the pink go really well, but just that yellow with that grey just weren't the one. And I really thought that grey and mustard would go really well together, but I don't know, maybe it's just me. Anyway, it's the last week of homeschooling. Yay! Back to school they go. Hopefully it means we're coming to an end of the whole COVID situation. My mum's had her jab and she's fine with it. Danny's had his jab and he's fine with it. yeah, Cameron's looking forward to going back to college. He's been talking about they're setting up meetings for getting an apprenticeship, so he wants to do that. And I just, oh, it's just been a whole year of it, hasn't it? Like when I think about the last year, it just seems to be like we've hibernated. My mum's only seen Ella once since she's been born, and that was on Christmas, and my mum wasn't even going to come down for Christmas, but I was like, Mum, you cannot spend Christmas on your own. You've not even met your granddaughter yet. And then last year, I was trying to think how many times I even saw my mum. Was it like once or twice when I had to pick the dog up or drop the dog off when she went into hospital? It's been such a difficult time, so hopefully now everyone's having their jabs, things can sort of get back to normal, because it's been so hard, hasn't it? Although Ella's going to struggle with back to school, I think, because Ella doesn't know that life. She is such a lazy little baby. She gets up about 9:30, 10. I give her a bottle when I go to bed, and then she sort of half eats that or drinks that while sleeping, and then I have to wake her up in the morning for a bottle. She's so lazy. So when it comes to back to school and I'm getting her up and dressed and trying to give her a bottle, she's going to be like, what is this life? Why are we leaving the house? She doesn't know the world. She doesn't know the world. No, you don't, little girl. Are you waking up? You're a lazy bum. Yeah, you are. And even in the day, she has a good old nap. When she goes and has her nap, it means I can really crack on and do stuff. Either do gardening or do some cleaning in the house. It's really nice because I get a lot of my own free time still, even though I've got a little baby. Because she's just such a laid back little soul. It's going to be strange as well with it. It's just going to be me and her in the house together. I don't think we've had any time when we've been alone together at home. There's always someone in the house, either Danny's off or Cameron was off. I don't think I've been alone with her at all. Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna end this vlog and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.